truth is more than information and more than facts.
Dr. Tony Evans says a lot of what passes for truth doesn't hold up when you compare it to the heavenly standard.
Unless what you're calling true is what God says is true, it's not the truth.
This is The Alternative with Dr. Tony Evans, author, speaker, and senior pastor of Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship in Dallas, Texas. Jesus said the truth would set us free, but only one kind of truth can have that effect. And Dr. Evans will tell us about it today as he takes us to Ephesians chapter 6. Let's join him.
Paul the Apostle speaks to the church at Ephesus and Christians everywhere that there is an attire necessary for us to wear if we're going to be successful in this thing called the Christian life. He introduces us to the first piece of attire that gives you victory in the spiritual realm, which affects how things work in the physical realm. And he calls it, gird up your loins with truth. Verse 14 says, gird up your loins with truth. The first thing that you must keep with you at all times is a truth belt. What a belt does is bring order to the attire. With a belt, you aren't sagging, and you shouldn't be. When the belt's there, then now I'm ready to move, because now I won't disturb the order of things if I keep my belt buckled. He says, if you're going to win in the spiritual realm, you need a belt, and the name of this belt is called truth. Now, this raises a fundamental question for us and our culture today, and Pilate asked it many years ago. What is truth? What is truth? An accountant, a psychologist, and a lawyer were together one day discussing truth. The psychologist said, truth is what you feel it to be. When you go to many psychologists and psychiatrists, the first question is, how do you feel? Truth is, for some, is what you feel it to be. The accountant says, working with numbers, truth is what you need it to be. Of course, the lawyer said, truth is what you want it to be. What is this thing called truth? Because it is your understanding of truth. Because truth is all over the place today. You hear people regularly talking about my truth. I know my truth. My truth. It is because we do not understand this belt and why it is so critical, and I'll tell you why it's critical in a moment, that we start off dressing wrong. And when you start off dressing wrong, everything else is going to look out of place. He says the first thing you must never leave home without is truth. Our world today is full of opinions, prognostications, perceptions. And so you're not sure what is true. What is true? Here's the definition of true. Truth is an objective standard by which reality is measured. It is an objective standard, that is a standard outside of you. It is outside of you. It is an objective standard by which you measure the reality of something. It is not predicated first and foremost on how you feel or what you think about it. Feelings change. You're happy, you're sad, you're glad, you're mad. Feelings change. You cannot use your feelings as a measurement of truth. Now, don't misunderstand me. I am not suggesting you disregard feelings. Feelings are real. Feelings are there. I'm not saying you skip feelings. I am saying you don't allow feelings to be the final arbitrator of what the truth is. That's a big difference. Acknowledge them, have them. God gave us feelings, but never allow them to be the final determiner of truth. You say, well, I'm smart. My mind, I can figure this out. I don't care how smart you are finite in your brilliance. You are smartly limited. You have limitations. That's why with new information we go, oh. How many times have you went, oh, or oops? New information was added to your brilliance that you were previously unaware of, which made you change your view. New information. That's why they do all these studies, come up with new information and tell you different things, because they get new data. God is the only one that has all the information. Everybody else is ever learning it. So we're finite in our minds. What will we use? Our moral instincts? Well, they vary. Everybody has different opinions about right and wrong and good and bad and up and down. So we must make a definitive statement about truth. Watch this, even when we don't like it. Because I'm going to tell you now, a lot of truth, you don't like it. My father one day went to the doctor. And the doctor was telling him what was wrong and what he had to do. And my father did not like what the doctor had to say. He did not like it. I said, Dad, what did the doctor say? He told me what the doctor said. And then he said, I ain't fooling with him. I said, well, wait a minute. He did the test. He did the examination. He said this was wrong. He said, I ain't fooling with him. I said, well, what you going to do? And his answer was, change doctors. Isn't that what we do? When we hear somebody who says the truth, but we don't like the truth, we switch. Folks switch churches because they don't want the truth. Folks switch counselors because they don't like it. Folks switch friends because they don't like it. That's not, the question is it the truth? Why? Why is this a critical issue? Because demons piggyback on lies. See, this is why this is not a small issue. Demons ride horseback on lies. So if you have believed a lie, you have invited a demon. Okay, did you hear me? If you believe a lie, remember the schemes of the devil are deception. If you believe a lie, you have now told a demon you have permission to ride me. Ride my back, control my life, because that is the engine they piggyback on. See, so many of us are demon-led. Demon-led, thinking we're okay. We're flying upside down, thinking we're right side up, and demons are behind the wheel. You function with a mindset of truth, with a fixed standard. Here is why. Because your soul and my soul, which is the mind, the emotions, and the will, that's your soul, has been distorted. I hate to tell you that, but it's distorted. It's distorted. It's messed up. You can't trust you. All of us have kids who do this, who think they're grown. Come on, you ever had a kid thought they were grown? Even if you don't have children, you were a child thinking you were grown. And the reason I know that is because your mama told you. They think they're grown, so they will tell a parent with no experience, no knowledge, no money, they ain't got nothing going for them, but they will tell a parent how things ought to be. And then guess what they do? They will go use their friends as a way to endorse them talking to you. Well, my friends, they will try to bum rush you with group thinking. And their friends are as ignorant as they are. Well, we're God's children. We're children. We don't know enough to have independent truth. And so we live lives upside down rather than right side up because of distorted souls. And that's when they get their entrance, the demonic realm. And when they do, they establish a hard drive in the head, because the way they rule you, the spiritual realm we're talking about,